Happy holidays, my dear friends. If you could go to embroiderycreations.net and purchase some Friedman Adventures merchandise, it would mean the world to yours truly. It helps us to produce more and more content for each and every one of you. Give it to someone you love here during the holiday season. www.embroiderycreations.net. Hey, good December the 9th, Monday morning to you all. It is great to be with you here in Surfside, California. Let's go down here and check out this water temperature for you. I always like waking up that way. It's before daybreak here, or just at daybreak, I should say, and a lot going on. We've got that big bluefin tuna to talk about. How about an angler who dropped over a piece of cut squid trying to catch a tiny whitefish or a sheephead or something like that? Did he get a surprise out of Marina Del Rey, California? A really great catch. And we've got so much to do today. We're going to have our live show tonight. Tackle Shop Confessions from Island Fishing Tackle in beautiful, ooh, that's chilly, beautiful Carson, California. That's live tonight at 6 p.m. We're still looking for a barbecue, by the way. I've got a guy, Chad Christopher Klein. He's going to bring all the meat. He just needs a barbecue. If you could bring a barbecue over there to Island Fishing Tackle in Carson, California, we would love you. Just send me a text at 657-227-6459. All right, I'm going to get set up. It's a beautiful morning. I noticed some fish jumping out of the water behind me yesterday. Also offshore, some dolphin, it looked like, maybe sea lions. Keep your eyes open on the morning briefing. I'll get set up and we'll get rolling. The MB is coming at you next.
Stay tuned. You're watching Friedman Adventures. Mwah!
This is not a translator. I'm going to let her introduce herself to you.
I'm Desiree.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Yeah, this is I'm so happy. Oh my God, Phil, how the hell did you do this?
Adventures was recently fishing on board the Independence on an 8-day fishing trip out of San Diego at the remote Alejos Rocks when this magnificent shark surfaced on an angler's line. Crew member Aaron got close to this shark and released it unharmed. It's some of these beautiful things that you get to see on fishing trips that make sport fishing such an awesome sport indeed. This shark, well, he was a little tired out from the battle, but he seemed to swim away just
Snapping, baby.
Look at this. Whoa! Nice fish. Double! Oh! Full speed this afternoon on the Independence. Look at this. Bit. Fish coming to gap. Nice, Curtis. Way to go. Look at that jig. Nice going.
Pandemonium.
Loving it.
Curtis put the stick in it. Nice gap. Here, boys. Nice one. Oh, weather. Nice fish, Phil.
Yes, sir.
Way to go. Fighter. Get him. Nice fish, Pat.
Thank you.
Love it. Nice fish.
Come to the Independent, you catch fish.
Nice fish. Way to go. Nice, Chuck. Way to go. Whoa, more fish coming on the deck. Incredible. Everybody on the boat is hungry. Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, this gorgeous December the 9th, Monday morning. It is so great, feel so blessed to be with all of you here today one more time again. Man, there's a lot to talk about, as I mentioned on the lead in. If you don't mind, hit that like button, share these videos with a friend, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel, and tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So great to be with you all. Let's go south of the border. We'll go down to the beautiful coastal town of Ensenada, Baja California. 70-mile drive down the coast. You're in Mexico, and it's a great time of the year to be experiencing all the joy and holiday spirit of beautiful Mexico Lindo. Down in that neck of the woods in Ensenada, in terms of sport fishing, we've been seeing some really excellent fishing on the rockfish. Big reds, nice lingcod, sheephead whitefish, occasional bass, and still the possibility of a yellowtail or two down there. There's been some yellowtail popping up from Punta to inside Todos Santos Island. And if you're not familiar with the geography down there, that's pretty close to home. If you run out of the Malecon, that's going to be 15, 20 minutes on an average panga down there until you're out scouring, looking and trying to find some of those yellows underneath the birds, throwing a surface iron or a yo-yo iron, trying to entice a bite out of those jureles down there in that neck of the woods. But mostly rockfish right now. We are going into a beautiful Santa Ana kind of conditions, especially tomorrow and Wednesday. It's going to be gorgeous, flat, calm, sunny, warm. We might see more and more of those yellowtail. Part of the problem down there has been the fog. You can't see, and if you can't see, you can't see the yellows under the birds. So we're going to get some optimum conditions here in the next couple of days. We'll keep our eyes on that for you very, very closely. Don't forget that beautiful view there. Zeke Casas, located only 15 minutes from downtown Ensenada, but you'll feel like you're a million miles away from it all. When you go to Ensenada, give Zeke a call, and you're going to love how great it feels, and what a great night's sleep you're going to get there, and then wake up to that beautiful view. All right, let's talk long range. And man, has there been some outstanding fishing going on. We'll be checking in on the Royal Star here shortly. Haven't heard from them. They're on Hurricane Bank trying to get those big, giant yellowfin tuna to bite. What everybody's been focused on, of course, has been that big bluefin tuna. It was a little kind of, it didn't bite as well as it has been for the last 24 hours or so. Royal Polaris still had a nice night last night on 50 to 150 pound bluefin tuna, but not full speed like it has been. And same thing over there on board the Independence. They caught plenty of yellowfin tuna, but that bigger bluefin, although that one big BFT, you can see that graces the cover of the morning briefing this morning. That was caught on the Independence. Phil caught that fish. Way to go, Phil! Tocayo, man. And I got to tell you, it's a beautiful fish, but they were a little bit lacking in terms of the numbers. Still plenty of YFT, and that yellowfin tuna is 30 to 70 pounds for the most part. The bluefin, as previously mentioned, mostly 50 to 150, but several fish up over 200 pounds here recently. That mandates that you fish heavy. I like 100-pound Spectra. Gets your jig down quick enough, gives you plenty of pulling power. 200-pound bite leaders, and pay attention to the depth that your captain is telling you to drop to. That is essential to your success. So still some pretty good long-range stuff going on. There's wahoo down below. Not a ton of wahoo, but a pretty good pop. And yellowtail fishing, you get on the right bunch of yellowtail in several different Baja venues right now. And it's been spectacular fishing, no doubt about that. So really, really good stuff going on offshore down there 300 miles or so. That's where that bluefin is. Sputtered a little bit on us, should get back on the bite. We'll see what the deal is on that. There's still that yellowfin, and then as you get to the Alijos Rocks, big yellowtail, a little bit of wahoo, and then Hurricane Bank. We'll get another check from Diego Nuno. Roy Rose running the Royal Star on this trip, and Roy knows that area like the back of his hand. So we'll see how they do as we move along. Don't forget, if you have tax issues, you want to go to Tim Marquez. He's been doing it for 35 years. The tax man, heating and or air conditioning needs. John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. And if that darn garage door is driving you nuts, go to your garage door man, Joe Welker. All three of those gentlemen are Friedman Adventures family members and great guys, no question about it. A reminder, embroiderycreations.net. Get your Friedman Adventures merch today. Celebrate the new year and the Christmas spirit with some gifts for those Friedman Adventure family fans in your family. They will love you for it, and we will too. It helps us to produce more content. Out there on Tanner Cortez, the Pride finished up a 2-day trip out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. 16 yellowtail. Didn't come up with any bluefin. There's been some bluefin tuna wandering around out there on Tanner and Cortez. About an 85-mile journey from here to there, from where I'm standing here in Seal Beach or Surfside, California. You make it out past Catalina, and then you jump another island, which is San Clemente Island, and then you find yourself out on the banks. During Santa Ana, it's normally very calm out there, but it's a weekday. It's almost Christmas. I doubt sincerely that we're going to have any boats out there, but we'll keep our eyes on it and see where we go from here. The Pride also with plenty of nice rockfish out there. So Tanner Cortez still viable for the weekend trips that you might be making. We'll keep our eyes on that for you very, very closely. As we work you down to the islands, Coronado Islands, as well as La Jolla, man, I'll tell you, the San Diego metered, saw evidence of lots of yellowtail, but those little devils just don't want to bite right now. Every day is different. They'll be out again today. We'll see what happens. They had one yellowtail, plenty of taco meat, and I'm talking about whitefish and, you know, bottom grabbers like that help fill the sacks when the yellows are not too cooperative. Hopefully all that fish they're seeing is going to turn on here one of these days. Surface iron, yo-yo iron, fly line bait, dropper lip. I'd be prepared with all of those because we've seen those methods all being effective here over the past couple of weeks on different days. So make sure you do that. Some of that yellowtail's there off La Jolla, and it's been pretty good in there also. We'll keep our eyes on that for you very closely. San Clemente Island rockfish out there at Catalina Island. The El Patron was there out of Long Beach sport fishing, and they railed on the blue perch yesterday. 12 guys, 110 blue perch, and along with that, they also had 60 rockfish. Again, if you want to fish the deep water cod, you can do that if you did a charter on the El Patron and went out in that 300 feet of water with 16 to 24 ounce torpedo sinkers. You can really get the job done. Now, while I'm talking about Catalina Island, Daryl Folger from the Rooster Crew, or I should say the Rooster Crow Crew. Bunch of guys do the Rooster Crow beautifully. I miss it, Daryl. You guys are going to have to do another rendition for us. But they were out on the gale force. I think they had 16 legal lobster, but they saw evidence of squid everywhere at Catalina Island. And that only means that there could be some predators around. Now, a couple of guys from the Palos Verdes High School Fishing Club, Nick and Alex the intern, maybe you remember him. They went out and they just put the wood to the bottom fish, really hammered on it. Then they went in closer to Catalina Island, and this is where this all ties in. They had a full speed bite on short white sea bass, caught 2 legal fish, just barely legal fish over the 28-inch required size limit on white sea bass. But this is what I'm talking about, starting to see more evidence of that kind of thing. And with that squid, and there's a lot of it around, not only in Catalina, but we see it at Clemente, Channel Islands, along the coast there around Malibu. There's a lot of squid, and that is just a magnet that not only could get our bite going here in the wintertime in SoCal, but it could really portend great things for the spring of next year. We'll continue to watch it for you very, very closely. Way to go, Alex and Nick. So happy you guys put the wood to them. Up there in the Channel Islands, tremendous fishing on board the Island Spirit, and it was Kids Fish Free Sunday. This coming Sunday is another Kids Fish Free trip. Get it in before the season closes at the end of December. Take a kid fishing. There's nothing better. 30 people showed up on the Island Spirit, 300 rockfish, 4 lingcod. Great trip on board the Island Spirit. I don't know how it can get any better than that. And they've got plenty of room up there. If you'd like to join them, go to Ventura sportfishing.com or give them a call at 805-676-3474. And don't forget, we've got our 2 final trips of the year on the Island Spirit on December the 20th. Man, I'm going to have to find somewhere to watch that Notre Dame playoff game when we get into the docks. I got to find somewhere, but that's going to be a fun trip. And then on December the 27th, book that trip with Ventura Sport Fishing. I'll see you on both of those. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bring your Santa cap for the December 20th so we can get a great group photo. That should be really a blast. Up there in Avila Beach, Morro Bay, Monterey, San Francisco, some pretty darn good bottom fishing when the weather permits. Been nice big red, some lings, all kinds of great stuff as that bite is continuing. Let's talk about 1/2 and 3/4 day boats here along the Southern California coast, down there in San Diego all the way up into the Channel Islands. It's mostly rockfish, sculpin, whitefish. You get offshore and fish the deep water stuff, you can catch some bigger cod. But I'll tell you, on the new Del Mar yesterday, half-day boat out of Marina Del Rey Sport Fishing, they had an incredible angling feat accomplished as an angler dropped down a piece of cut squid and caught that giant yellowtail. What a great catch, what a surprise, and way to go. My hat's off to you for a spectacular catch, trying to catch a little old whitefish and coming up with that big forky. That was a surprise on the new Del Mar, and really great to see that going on. So mostly, as we say, sculpin, whitefish, sheephead. Now over there on the native sun, they're starting to focus in a lot more on halibut. They had a halibut yesterday, and they also released some other fish. So that's starting to come together. Starting to see that out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. Last year, they did a halibut derby, and they're going to do it again this year, and it was really spectacular. And with all this squid around, I'm thinking they're going to have another great year on the native sun, 22nd Street Landing in beautiful San Pedro, California. If you'd like to go to Catalina Island, do it on the El Patron. The El Patron provides you with a great fishing platform, wonderful crew, lots of fun. It's really a fun ride indeed. www.longbeachsportfishing.org to get on the El Patron. In the Southern California surf, we're seeing quite a bit of nice bar perch from below the border in Mexico, around Rosarito Beach. Further down, about 140 miles, some of the most spectacular bar perch fishing you'll ever experience around San Quintin on areas like Playa Socorro. But back here in the USA, there's a little bit of bar perch, even some corvina in San Diego. Here also, we see that kind of a bite. We have that squid, and you're going to get this late fall kind of bite on halibut at times. So throwing a Lucky Craft or a chrome crocodile is not a bad idea. And out there in Long Beach area in the Santa Monica Bay and Ventura, catching some really nice barred perch in several different areas. Bigger bait sometimes will result in bigger perch, so keep that in mind. Even when you're catching these tiny perch, which are inhabiting this area right now, every once in a while you'll come up with some nice big perch by fishing a bigger bait. And Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, California, they'll make your dreams come true with all the bait you'll need for a successful outing in the SoCal surf. They've also got tackle for trout right on up to big bluefin tuna. Reels, rods, bait, terminal tackle, you name it, they've got it. Big Fish Bait and Tackle. Captain Dave Dodge, a great Friedman Adventures family member, is in Florida right now. He's fishing Key West, Florida. Check that out. 3 hours of fishing off a jetty. Man, they put the wood to the sheep's head and several other species. I see they're really nice catch in Florida for Dave. Good morning, Dave. Always good to see you here. All right, tonight, Tackle Shop Confessions, 6 p.m. live. You can ask a question. You can come down and be part of the studio audience. The plan is to barbecue tonight. Chad Christopher Klein has taken that upon himself, but we're lacking a barbecue. And I think that probably would help if you're going to do a barbecue to get one. So if you can help with that, shoot me a text here today, and then we'll arrange to have you down there. If you'd like to come down and be part of our studio audience at Island Fishing Tackle tonight, make sure you show up before 6 p.m. That's when the show starts, and you're welcome to join us. Oh, by the way, text me at 657-227-6459. And don't forget, purchase some Friedman Adventures merchandise today. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. What a gorgeous and beautiful morning it is here in Surfside. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm telling you, you gotta feel blessed looking at this beautiful ocean. And I hope if you can't go fishing today, you come down here and go for a walk. I see one angler down there by the jetty giving it a try right now. We'll see how that all shakes out. Have a beautiful start to your week this Monday morning, and I hope to see you really, really soon. See you tonight, live, Tackle Shop Confessions, 6 p.m. on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Take care, my friends.